Yo, John Fitch here. John Fitch knows nothing. I'm ready for the apocalypse. Got my gloves on and mask. My guest is ill prepared, and I'm not taking any chances.
I don't see a chance.
Yeah, I'm John Fitch. This is my guest, Ms.Leah Lee. She has taken over my social media accounts.
Marketing, everything.
Trying to get me more money. So that's very appreciated. And as we've been working together, we've been talking a lot about dating and masculinity, and especially in the Bay Area or the soy area.
Man Jose.
Is it really, though?
I think the ratio now is 4 males to every 1 woman in Silicon Valley.
But those males are like, they're not very good at being men.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. If you look at it in a broad sense.
Yeah. Money. Yeah, money is good. But yeah, so yeah, you are a single woman in the Bay Area in Man Jose. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a paradise.
It is for a single woman. A bachelorette's paradise for sure.
Bachelorette's paradise. Really?
Mm-hmm.
What are the most positive aspects of the bachelorette lifestyle out here in the Bay?
Well, the good things about it really is the ratio. I mean, women really have the ball in their court right now because it's supply and demand, really. There's so many males looking for companionship, and women really have, I mean, throughout history, it's a little different narrative for women when they're dating, because when it comes down to it, they can really, I mean, when it comes down to it, women can fuck who they want, whereas men can fuck who they can. And men don't really have access to women because there's not a ton out there. So
certain places,
competition is really, really high for men. And I don't know. I feel bad for men because I don't know how that would feel, but it must be difficult to be a man, especially in this area. You know, you think you have everything to offer a woman, you have the money, you have the house, and you're wondering, why am I still alone? I'm taking all the steps that I need to take, but yeah, I'm still alone. So I feel for men in this area, but I'm happy to be a woman, definitely.
So if there are so many guys out here and the ratio is so good, why does it seem like so many women are miserable and unhappy with the men out here?
I don't know. That's what everyone's asking, right? Because there is a frustration amongst a lot of my female friends with, you know, they have a lot of options with guys that they come across, but it never is quite what they're looking for. Or they'll get with someone and eventually they'll become bored, or something happens. I'm not sure. They just get turned off by something. So it's, you know, they have these relationships that last for only so long, and then it just eventually ends.
Yeah, they get bored. I think there's a big problem in the men out here, and especially a lot of Western cultures, is that they're losing the knowledge of how to be a man, how to be good at being a man.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
I mean, it's hard to describe.
What's the difference?
You know,
between being a good man and how to be good at being a man.
Man, there's just certain things about, you know, like my father, I knew was a man, not a good man, but good at being a man. Like, good at being a man is like when you think throughout time and history and survival, like what it took to be alive. Like, those were man things that had to happen. You had to tame the environment. You had to plow fields. You had to fight invaders.
Like hunting and
You had to
providing all
do
that.
very physical, active, proactive things. You had to take care of a lot of things in order just to survive.
Sure.
So you had to be good at those things, or you died and your family died.
Yeah.
And those used to be the things that that identified a man. Like, he's the one who handles those hard things.
Mhm.
But I think there's one attitude of that's being toxic nowadays.
Toxic.
So
What?
yeah, toxic masculinity. So they don't,
love that term.
yeah, they push a different narrative towards what men are supposed to be, and what the definition of a man is.
So in 2020, what does a man look like? Because it's so different, right? So in Silicon Valley, we're in high-tech world.
I think the bases are still the same. You still need to command your space. You still need to, I think what's happened is men have become feminized, and they're too lenient and too passive and too okay, and they have weak frames, and they get pushed around, and they're afraid to like what they like, and they get this nice guy syndrome, and they think that they're going to be rewarded just for doing the nice things.
Sure.
And it becomes like an underhanded thing, being nice, because you're trying to get something out of it rather than just being a normal person.
Good point.
Yeah. So,
questions on there?
do you have some people are bringing up stuff? Oh, he's throwing man shit. Who's this? Bolzonia. He's talking about man shit. He says fixing a tire, changing oil, building shit.
Let's talk about
defending your family, hunting, feeding your family. Yeah. So I mean, like people get it when you say like good at being a man. Like, what is a man supposed to do? Like, if you're out with a guy and the car breaks down and or he pops a tire and he doesn't know what to do and he cries, like, what is your opinion of him?
So that's the hard thing for me, because I grew up with my dad. It was huge into cars. My first car was a 1951 Chevy Deluxe. I learned 3-speed on the tree. Like, I was a car kind of girl just because my dad kind of forced me into that. So for me, I knew how to change a tire. I knew how to check my oil. I knew how to change my oil. So when I was engaged, it should have been a red flag that when my ex had this classic car and it was literally dry because he hadn't put oil in it for years. And I'm wondering, how are you getting by on this car? And I have to check the oil for him. He doesn't know where the dipstick is. He doesn't know what a dipstick is.
Well, and I would even say,
but does that disqualify him as
I would say
man?
Because times have changed.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to like do it himself. He should know how to get it taken care of.
Right.
He should know the people to call and have inspect and check his car.
Right. But there was a little part of me that was a little bit turned off
thing
by
with,
that.
Fixing your car. I mean, you don't know how to fix your Tesla, but you ought to know how to have like insurance and a system in place that you know how to handle. If something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You make the call on the phone. Somebody shows up, takes care of it.
AAA for that.
That's a man role.
Resources.
It's a masculine situation.
But there was a part of me who was like, oh, okay. I was turned off by that. And again, I have to take a step back because I think
that's biological.
I was raised in a culture where like I was around cars all the time. Like that's what I knew. So yeah, granted, I knew a little bit more than most people would know. But it was part of like, oh, okay. Well, a little turned off by that. But does that disqualify him as a man? No, because he succeeded in all these other areas.
Well, yeah, it's a conglomerate of things. So it's not just one. I think you can fail at a lot of things and be successful at some others. I think what the total package is at the end is what matters. Oh, Bolzonia says that young men are simps. Yeah, not even young ones. There's a lot of just men who are just simps.
Wait, what's a simp again? You told me this.
Yeah, we looked it up. It's what is that? After mediocre.
No, you told me this.
Yeah. Platinum black. Yeah, this is my old man office. I'm wearing my old man jacket. I wanted to have Leah on as a guest today because we're planning on doing a show on Rockfin. In order to get kind of the male-female perspective on some topics. And Yeah, I'm over the top on some masculine shit.
Here's the Urban Dictionary definition.
The Urban Dictionary definition
Of a
is
simp.
a man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. A man that puts too much value on female for no reason. A man that prides himself on chivalry in hopes of getting sexual gratification
Look at
from
the
women.
examples.
A square with no game other than rolling out the red carpet for every female.
Wait, the examples are hilarious. So, did you ever watch King of Queens?
Did you ever watch
with Kevin James, the role of Kevin James in the show King of Queens, or the role of Eddie Murphy played in the movie Norbit? Did you ever watch Norbit?
I think I've seen some of Norbit.
So fun.
Yes, dear. Okay, yeah, those are all
Don't
simps.
be a simp.
What is there's an actual like what it means. Acronym. Yeah. There's an acronym for simp too. Simps. Don't be a simp, guys. Don't ever be a simp. Andrew
Ben is a major simp for ditching us for those hoes.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, I want to know the acronym too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna look.
Oh my goodness. Technology.
Right, we'll get back to that.
TJ says more men are chasing women than being chased. It is because those guys don't have anything to offer. It's normal, natural selection through women. Women have always been the most picky when it comes to selecting a mate, and they the eHarmony results of their studies and stuff, like women, 80% of women choose 20% of the men. That's pretty standard. Like the top guys are always getting the most girls. Some guys and apes and different and monkeys and other species, they just don't ever get to reproduce. They just don't. It's just a part of nature. It's just a part of it. You don't just get, you get a job, you get a girl. You need to raise yourself to a higher standard. You got to put yourself in that 20% category.
I found it.
You found it. What is it?
Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy.
Sucker idolizing
is that right,
mediocre
though?
pussy. It's something like that. Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy. Simp. Something like that. We know what it means.
Just avoid it.
Truth Speaker says, I can check a girl's oil.
Hooray. You know where the dipstick is.
Chase Burma says, no father figure to teach me about cars. I'm still cart-hearted and can't even drive stick. One of the great shames of my existence. I mean, most
adults can't.
I don't know anything about. Yeah. I know I can drive a stick, but like I don't know anything about cars. I couldn't fix a car. I could change a tire if I had to.
I'll go fix it.
I could probably figure out the oil if I needed to. YouTube's exist.
There's mechanics for that.
But yeah, there's mechanics for that. I provide money for a service that those people can use to feed themselves. So I like. If
you have a nice car, just take care of it and make sure.
But I make sure, when the time's up, the miles are up, it's time to take it in. I try not to overdrive my truck. I try to rent it if I can.
Yeah, we're not in the 1950s anymore.
Yeah,
you're not required to, but you can learn how to change your oil or even check it. That's good, just in case something happens with your car.
If I ever get like a motorcycle, I want to drive cross country or something, I think I should know some basic motorcycle mechanic skills, though, just in case you don't want to get stuck somewhere.
Yeah, be prepared.
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse happens. The coronavirus apocalypse.
It's happening already.
Lee the Flea said, Sam Jason, you're not alone. Baby Pluto, can you put in a good word for me with Laura Senko? I don't know who that is.
Who's Laura Senko?
Haha, the Senko.
Oops.
You guys are into, I don't know, what's the Senko? True Speaker says, most men need to get off online dating, see the people in person.
You were talking about that today.
Yeah, you need to get out in life. You need to have a few. You need to have a few different routes. You need to meet people in real life. You need social circles. You need different dating platforms, whatever. You gotta get out there. Gotta make some effort. Your dream girl's not gonna fall in your lap.
No.
Well, not until you put in some work. Yeah. So, what about the dating apps? What about the dating apps? Oh, she's an interviewer. I don't know anything about her.
Oh.
I've never seen her really before. I never pay attention to the press stuff. I just watch the fights. But yeah, what about what's the online dating experience like? What's the ratio of like messages you open up that are just dicks?
Me?
Yeah.
Mm.
Most of them?
No, not really.
10%, 5%.
Because the only platforms I've been on are Bumble. I haven't really tried anything but that. So it's a little bit different because women control most of that, right? You can message someone. If you don't like someone, you can block them. And it's a little bit different. But I've had always good experiences with that. So haven't gotten these creeps trying to send me dick pics or anything. Yeah.
What about your social media DMs? Do you keep that?
Well, I'm private. I have a private account.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they slide, it's easy just to ignore messages, but people are going to try anything, right? Slide in a DM. Kudos to you. I respect the bravery.
Have you all stocked up on TP? Oh, no, I have not.
Whiskey.
We got a bottle of whiskey and some wine and steaks. And there's like a lot of chicken breasts at the store, so I'll probably go and pick up some more chicken breasts tomorrow. Yeah, you guys watch my chicken tits video on YouTube. Jason Burma says bars closed nationally tomorrow before St. Patrick's Day. Already slowly being rolled out. CDC says no crowds bigger than 50 people nationwide. So my seminar is still technically on then because it's under 50 people.
Right. And I also 10 bar, and I've been told I still have a job, so I'm hopeful.
So yeah, the bars keep their numbers low. They'll still be open. Bolzonia says, hey, Fitch, you think you could beat Dan Hardy? Nowadays, I could have beat him any days. Simple question. Excuse me. Andrew, best dating app is Hinge. All others are full of fake accounts. There are a lot of sugar babies and prostitutes.
I heard about this sugar baby thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Yeah. It's wild.
I heard about this from one of my guy friends. He was like, yeah, the sugar baby thing is huge on Bumble. Because I was telling him he needed to get on that. He's like, no, I've been there.
Because it's it's like the guys are so bad at being men that they have to pay for time with girls. So a lot of times it's not even like, I don't even think they meet them. I think they send like pictures of their feet and other weird stuff.
That, or they'll FaceTime and then they get like Venmos.
Yeah.
In real time.
Cash App. Venmo.
Under $500.
Some of the girls, they list the Venmo in their.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have their Snapchat thing and they're hustling. So it's like, yeah, you're either a rich tech guy out here or a prostitute.
Either or, that's your only option.
That's like, yeah, those like the two careers.
Okay.
You have like.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, you got to be a programmer of something or a prostitute.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's wild, man. Macho Man or Ric Flair. Oh. See, I wasn't a Ric Flair fan really at the time, as I was all, WWF at the time. So of course then it was Macho Man. But as I got older, I started to respect and like Ric Flair more, but I'm also not a very big wrestling fan. What about you? Macho Man or Ric Flair?
I don't care. I don't know anything about this.
Or, oh, yeah. Well, that was more the Kool-Aid guy.
Next question.
Lee, there was some report a few months back that said 1,000 students at the University of Texas were sugar babies.
It's a lot of money in Texas too.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean,
but here's the thing: it's remote. Like there's men in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just digital.
Yeah.
They'll send pictures or FaceTime or live chat, whatever. Yeah. So like a different type of cam girl almost. TJ, do you think men and women should have similar ideals to be a good match?
Ideals
Somewhat.
of belief systems.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
of course.
somewhat. Like
you have to be on the same page about some things.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have some level of what is it? I'm drawing a blank on the word. Values. Shared values, I think is what it is.
What's important? Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just not going to see eye to eye just basically on certain things. Like
how you raise your kids.
Maybe I only believe in two genders. And I wouldn't get along with somebody who thought that genders were just social construct 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That would be that just would be incongruent.
Great word.
Lots of incongruency there. Because that's a kind of basic foundational belief in biology. I don't know.
What, two genders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's outliers, but yeah. That's I wouldn't think that would be controversial, but it is now. I don't know why. S. Crawford says, "Hey, I'm a weak beta male incel simp. How do I improve?" Well, I'm putting together a little masculinity course. You can be one of my guinea pigs.
Want to be his guinea pig?
Email me.
I'll send you.
Yeah, email Leah at johnfitch.net.
He's still learning how to type.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. These electronical mails.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, and then you guys can send her email. We'll figure it out. And
Macho Man did more coke than anyone back in the day.
Rule number one usually is lift weights.
Oh.
You can always start lifting weights now. Jason Burma said, "I had a long talk with the owner of the bar I used to run today about the value of his liquor during all of this and the possibility of it being looted as one of the first things."
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's very, very plausible concern. Anything that is vice related, like people are going to want. Cannabis shops might want to watch out. And the local neighborhood drug dealers might want to watch out because if shit really hits the fan, what are people going to use to trade and barter with? Are you going to use your dollar bills? Really? Probably not. So if you don't have something worth of value to people, pills, medicine, yeah, water, food, bullets.
Cannabis is medicine. Alcohol is medicine for some people.
Yep.
Weapons.
Teddy Roosevelt. Bug. It was medicine for him, wasn't it? It was prescribed by his doctor, I think. Jason Burma says macho madness over the nature boy all day. Andrew. Macho Man did more coke than anyone back in the day. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. Leezy. I had a lump in my throat. The other symptoms of anxiety since Monday. Thanks, Jason.
Anxiety is bad for your health. Don't stress.
Don't stress.
Stress will kill you faster.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's the everything's ridiculous. So don't worry about ridiculous things that are going to happen. Like we're all going to die under the government's thumb when they come to take us away to work camps in a few months.
I'm so excited.
Wah, wah, wah. Joker was right. Our life is a comedy.
Oh, wow.
Bill Zonia says UFC making a good or bad decision trying to keep the fights going. I think these guys are having some kind of money or weird issues to be pushing this when no one else is. And the only reason they can push this is because the absolute control they have over their athletes.
That's what it is, right? Because how is the NFL and NBA closed down?
They have so much control of the athletes. The athletes are even brainwashed and thinking, "Yeah, we want to keep fighting. We love fighting." Well, I mean, if you had,
athletes have no control.
If you had no control. If you had guaranteed money, if you had side assets, if you had a way to be healthy and safe and with your family, I don't know if that's a real thing. I think when you're so tied up into being controlled by your paycheck, which comes with a fight and only with a fight, like everything you have is synced to that logic.
I think the common theme that I've heard being in your world is that they're just grateful to have the opportunity and they don't realize that they're being sold so short. Mm-hmm. And the value that they actually have as professional athletes. Yep. So if they can set that standard higher and keep that there where it is across the board for NBA, NFL, everything, because this is a really brutal sport. This is as brutal as it gets. That's insane to me. I don't understand. I'm not a sports person by any means. I don't get involved with it, but that's crazy to me to hear.
It's nuts that in this day and age it's still getting by. But that's where we are with a lot of this shit is monopolization. Like that's monopolies kill everything, and it's happening in all the industries, happening with big tech. And we need to break this shit up. We need to break up the billionaires.
Do you think that's just because your sport is so young compared to the rest?
No, they just snuck under the radar because all the stuff that they did was pretty obvious and illegal, but nobody was paying attention because
no one was monitoring.
They paid the right people. Yeah. There's other things going on.
Smart. They're smart.
Or maybe it was a part of all this stuff linked together. Everybody knew that eventually the economy was going to collapse. So they're just trying to milk the system as bad as they can until it does. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Jason Burmis says, California just closed bars statewide. No one is going to have work in a month except the most essential of services, water, power, internet, meds, hospitals. What if they cut the internet, man? Oof, that'd be scary.
Full control.
If a man cuts off his schlong and dresses up as a woman, which bathroom should they use? I think they should just have unisex bathrooms.
Yeah, that's the solution to that problem.
Yeah, and then anybody can go in and just lock the door.
Yeah, just wash your hands.
TJ Zuffa, that's why Macho Man died of a heart attack while driving. Makes sense now. Damn, cokehead. Used to enjoy
over the cocaine.
Him. Yeah, he's trying. Oh yeah, heart attack.
I don't know what it is.
They're laughing. Jason Burma says fights are done. Nevada cut it off yesterday. No combat sports. The commission put that out yesterday. Yeah, and here's the other thing about
they're done for good.
No, until this stuff's done. But that's another canary in the mine for people is that the UFC is still putting on these events and people are talking about, fighters want to fight. How come the boxers aren't like making noise about, we want our events to go on too? Like they're not saying anything.
They already got paid.
Yeah, because they make way better. They make way better money. Yes, they make way better money. They
don't need to.
They're more in control of their lives.
They just don't need to fight.
Their promoters take care of them better because
they got paid.
There's more competition between promoters. Yep. Bologna says it's like the Roman gladiator times, I think, keeping the masses distracted. Yes, very, very plausible.
Distraction.
Distracted and separated from them collapsing the system and then depopulating. Andrew says, oh my God, did you see the Lee versus Oliveira fight? He tapped like 5 times and still complained about the ref ending the fight. Yeah, I think he went out for a second. When you go out, you forget everything for a second. Like, so there's a good chance he doesn't remember any of that.
You mean when you look blackout?
Yeah.
From passing out?
Yep.
What's that like, by the way?
It's wild.
So like,
If
is it
you
like
lose
instant
time
and then you're like, you go and then you come to you like instantly?
I mean, sometimes you feel
Do
it.
you know what
Sometimes you don't
happened?
feel it at all because it's on just fast and tight. And sometimes you're fighting it and you literally see it tunnel vision and
Oh,
then
it
it just
is?
goes out. And then it's like,
But when you wake up,
and
do you
then
know what
you don't.
happened, or do you have to
It usually
process
takes a
it?
second. You have to
Yeah.
process. Like I like well, I think the last time she got choked out, like I was laying on the mat. And I came to, I'm on the mat, and I swore that I was laying on the floor of a bus.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was like, that's what I was like.
Why a
I was like,
bus?
fuck. I was like, what did I do on this bus? Like, how did I get here? What happened? It's like you just got plopped down into some reality.
Were you on a bus often before? Were you like whipped back to your
I've
bus
never
memories?
ridden bus like
I
a
don't
little bit
understand.
in school, but it was like a city bus.
Okay.
Like yeah.
So you vividly
I just
remembered
remember,
it was a city bus,
yes,
and not a school bus.
No.
What?
Yes, I vividly remember like the type of coloring and bus, whatever.
All right.
And then I come to, and as I come to, I'm like, oh, I'm at the gym. I was like, why am I here right now? I was like, what happened? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
That's good.
I got choked.
But how did you feel afterwards? Did you feel any?
You come
like,
back, you're a little lightheaded, but you
don't have any effects physically after that. Like
wrestle, you finish around.
I lost a little oxygen to the brain. I get a lot of brain.
No, you
cells.
just you finish around and you're good. TJ says, are women considered actresses or actors? I've heard conflicting answers. Let's settle this tonight.
Some actresses don't care.
I don't know.
Grammatically,
shouldn't they? Yeah, wouldn't that be the feminist way of doing it, or the equity way of doing it? Is they're all the same? Actor. I'm an actor. It's like you're a person who performs.
I don't know. Look at like actresses' Instagram accounts. They might say, I'm an actress.
Yeah, but why differentiate? Which one is the correct gynocentric viewpoint?
There is no the correct way. There's no the way.
Why do people keep telling me what to do?
There's too many opinions.
King App, what's up, buddy? He says, what up, guys? Fun show. I'm hearing concern about the looting thing as well. Different industries like service and construction just shutting down without warning. Could be issues, I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah, for like a mild sickness that only affects like really sick and weak people, it seems strange.
That's not a threat. That's coronavirus is not a threat. It's not
to healthy people.
It's not worse than the flu.
For FTWPK, Kevin is unprofessional and should be cut. No, he didn't know what he was doing. Get choked out and see how you feel about it once. You'll understand. Flee the Flea. They canceled the Woodley Edwards fight too. Yeah, I saw the Edwards. They can't get him in the country or some crap. Andrew, I'm enjoying the show. Fitch and guest. We're great. We are great at this. You guys should get a subscription to Rockfin, and we're going to do a show, Boomer and Toots.
Boomer and Toots.
Toots and Boomer, which one?
End of the world.
Balls on ya. It's the oldest sport in the game. What, fighting or ripping people off? FTWBK. It's probably going to be Taekwondo versus Kobe. How's your fight game? Jeff. Excuse me. Edwards had to pull out because he beat the shit out of him in the gym, dude. What? Who beat the shit out of him in the gym? Who? I don't get it. I've beaten the shit out of Cryon too. Okay. Andrew, I don't know. She-chan started coughing. Corona got him. No, that's chronic. That's chronic, not corona. Big difference. GJ says, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that it was for 2 amateur events and not the entire commission. I don't know what you're talking about now. No, I think I thought they stopped. They said no more. See any interesting questions you want to answer?
What was that about? Should I put this video on?
TJ says,
Oh,
should I
tunnel
purposely
vision.
try to go out just so I can get it out of the way?
What does that mean?
You should go out and get the sickness. Just get out of the way.
Oh, like get it done.
You build up your immunity to it.
Yeah.
So when the second strand comes through and starts killing more
like
people.
the flu.
That's funny. John, during training, I felt myself get that tunnel vision. I think I tap right before I pass out, but that tunnel vision is trippy. Kind of enjoy it sometimes, though. No, that's the autoerotic asphyxiation people. That's basically what they do to themselves.
Yeah, creep. Just kidding.
Climax. They hang themselves.
To each their own.
They get themselves to that. They try to get that tunnel vision right as they're ready to
That's
go.
why they choke themselves.
And then they get too into it and they die.
Yeah. They need a monitor. That's or no, it's called a chaperone.
You need a choke buddy. You need a choke buddy. Keep yourself safe, guys.
Choke safely, everyone.
I know, especially in this quarantine time.
Maybe you should do a video on how to choke safe. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, building.
Jason says, sorry, DJ, the Nevada State Athletic Commission and SAC on Saturday voted to suspend all combat sports events in the state until March 25th.
That's everything?
Yeah, so there's no sports events. Like everything shut down. Yeah, the country is fucking paused.
Oh my God. Calm down, people.
Yeah, it's wild. Hopefully this is just some like nothing whatever burger
It's
stuff.
not.
We'll
It's
be all
not.
right.
This wasn't just a hiccup. Like they can say, "Oh, sorry guys. Sorry for freaking you out. We're just kidding." You can't come back from this. Like you literally cannot come back from this.
No, I think we can come back from this.
I mean them. Like they can't say, "Oh, we take it back. We overreacted." Sorry, business owners, corporations that went bankrupt.
Yeah,
because
so like the news media. If the news media hyped this up way too much and you got people all freaked up for no reason, and then that ended up getting people killed.
I've already heard stories of like business owners going out of business because of this. 2 weeks, they lost everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like the supply chain that shows us a lot about things need to be changed about where our products come from.
So it's really needed right now when you're quarantined and you have to keep social distance and all. What do humans really need? What's of value right now?
You need
basic like food, water, medicine.
Yeah.
Toilet paper is not needed.
Ammunition.
A lot of Asian cultures get by without toilet paper, and it's more sanitary.
So we should have a cultural push right now for bidets. Bidets
or using warm water.
Ooh, let's start a nonprofit called Bidets for Days. Pay ourselves $500,000 a year to run it. No. You hear that? We'll pay ourselves $500,000 a year to run it.
That's good.
90% of the donations we make are our pay.
Yeah.
Tony versus Khabib has been rescheduled so many times. If I was to tell you a few months ago that it would once again be canceled due to a worldwide pandemic, you'd call me crazy. Yeah, it's pretty funny. If it's gonna get, I mean, they're gonna have to get some really creative for that shit. We have to like drive to Mexico or something, hold a show in Tijuana.
Anything happens in Tijuana.
Anything can happen in Tijuana.
Our new MMA friends in Tijuana.
Tijuana
was a fun trip, though.
Yeah, it was cool. I need to go back down and spend a little more time there.
That bar was really cool that we went to.
HW says, how many Bitcoins do you own? IRS. Ha. Talk to my CPA. You think I'm stupid? I'm dumb over here. I don't know how to say your name with this. When are you going to have your next fight? Are you still fighting? We put my name back in the bin to see what comes up, so we'll see. TV continued.
TBD.
Continued. To be continued. TBC.
Or TBD.
TBA. To be determined. To be announced.
PD. Now you're confusing me. Or it's the line.
Shrell.
The line's working.
Prime Schwab versus Nagao. Who wins? Oh, I think we know the answer to this. Don't we? I think I don't think Brandon would be able to tell any jokes anymore.
Why?
Because Nagao might decapitate him.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. It's all right. Nico says, greetings and respect, John, Fitch, and guests.
Yo,
Keep
Nico.
up the good work.
Yo, Nico.
Whatever this guy, I will
Do they have
heme
any questions for
everyone
Bill?
in this thread.
Well, I'm on your show.
Go man says, you ain't even the best John at welterweight. Oh, yeah. I am too.
What does that mean?
I am too.
You ain't even the best John. Like the best person? Should you go to another weight
Remember
class?
when Johnny Hendricks
And be a
punched
better
you
person?
and went flying like 20 feet? Remember when you did that? Oh, that's right. No one's ever remembered anything you've ever done, and they never will.
What's that happen? Johnny Hendricks, that reminds me of
Yeah, I got
alcohol.
knocked out in a professional fight
What's
in
the
front of.
alcohol Hendricks?
So one is there a gin?
It's a gin.
Mm.
Oh, good. I'm just a rookie bartender. so I'm
FTWBK. Tim Oberon says your life must really suck.
sucks. I heard it sucks. Is that true?
No, he's talking about Tim Oberon.
Oh.
Yeah, he probably is.
But I heard your life sucks too. I'm just kidding.
Mine's pretty great.
It's awesome.
I think.
It's fun.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Where is this? I can't find what I'm looking for here.
Questions?
Oh, there it is. You can do this thing. Time out.
Oh, is that what
Act
we were
like a
doing?
child. You get timed out. It's Crawford. Are you going to quarantine yourselves? They are shutting my paramedic school down a week before final exams. They won't even let us use the gym. This is crazy.
Man.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to have the kids, and then their teacher sent some like homework stuff I can print out. It's not homework, but it's like drills and stuff they can do. So this might be a practice run for me to do homeschooling. The boys, see how that works
I was
out.
homeschooled in the 6th grade.
And that's because you stabbed somebody.
I plead the 5th. But what I will say, I learned a lot during that year I was homeschooled. I learned how to type effectively.
Yeah, you can
I
you
learned
can
how
get
to
through
pick
so much
books that
more
I like to
material when
read.
it's like a 1-on-2 or
Yeah.
1-on-1.
And I got over the stabbing thing. That was difficult, but you move on.
HW. John, do you post on Heme? I have no idea what that is.
Heme.
LOL. Leah Lee, Fitch lost like 3 times in his entire UFC career. LOL. Most fighters can't even say that, let alone most of us. Thank you, Lee. Andrew. I don't need to read. Steroids. Jason Burma says, John, martial law is already here and rolling out. New York City will lock down by Wednesday. New York State within a week. Cali, Florida, Washington next. Then the whole country. Buckle up. Buckle the F up. Yep. I'm going to get my guns situated. But I've been hearing helicopters. You been hearing helicopters?
No, you're like Ray Liotta from Goodfellas right now. Super paranoid
yeah.
at the end.
Well, I swear I'm not used to hearing very many things above.
Well, you never
here.
lived in the hood. When you lived in the
I've
hood,
lived
ghetto
here.
birds
I've
were
lived
around
here for
all
9,
the time.
10
Don't read into
months.
it. And everyone, don't panic. Stress is so bad for your health.
I know. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where I start my.
You're either going to survive or you're not. It comes down to
I'm gonna
that.
start my gang.
Man. Yeah. Just accept it.
Yes, Crawford. It's a good thing people are stacking up on toilet paper for a respiratory disease. I had to order toilet paper off Amazon. Paper. It's such a weird.
What's with the toilet paper thing? Because you have to wipe your ass or blow your nose, or what is it? Because you can do that without having a substance to do that into. You can get in the shower, take a shower, you blow your nose. You'll be fine without having to wipe your face because there's soap and water, and that's way better than toilet paper. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
The Asians are way more advanced. You know?
I've known some girls who like they always take a shower every time they pooped.
And I dated someone in the past that used to do that. He was in the Muslim culture, but they were very like clean and everything. I don't even know if that was just his family, but hey, it works. I respect it.
Yeah,
you're fresh. No complaints from me. Thanks.
Yes. No. You're no smelly swamp ass.
No swats. We call it swats.
TJ this is really cool to see you at the gym. DC and Khabib there. If a Tony Khabib fight ever happens, what do you predict will be the outcome?
Oh, and your first video back at
Khabib Mall Tony. Yeah, my first video back.
Oh man.
I think Khabib is on another level from everybody. I don't think they can handle his grappling. I think he hits too hard. He's got a good chin. He hasn't seen that much damage.
He used to wrestle with bears.
Yep, he's wrestled with bear. He's got bear cred, and I think he wins. I think he beats up Tony. Tony could cut him with an elbow, but like you're hoping for a fight to get called on a cut, and then it's probably going to be an immediate rematch if it ends on an elbow cut. I mean, unless they try to just bury Khabib and get rid of him because they'd rather have Conor or somebody they can manipulate more. I don't know. But yeah, I say Khabib wins. Lee the Flea, they should just have the Tony Khabib fight without any audience in a glass cage suspended above the Grand Canyon with cameras mounted to the cage.
That's how you know it's
That'd
safe.
be great. Make it a drone and it flies around.
Are we not there yet?
I think we could. Andrew, would you want to work in commentary? Maybe, possibly. But
you would actually be really good at that.
I'm a little conflicted because of the whole pimp and hoe aspect of the fight game.
Needs to make your money and bring it down at the same time.
That's true. Duvet, Talbot, Heem, Bro, Peach of, and Athlete B. They're, I don't know. They're making me say code or something.
Have you ever had a really bad dating experience from these apps? Or like awkward, where like that was kind of
not
weird.
bad. I mean, not bad, but like I've had them where you know, I had a coffee date with a girl once and she was just plain Jane and not exciting and
no connection. Okay.
Yeah. It's like no need to follow up on that. That was
But you've never had someone you might match with like 5 or 6 years prior that then came back and then you rematched with, and then you might have met them and then they did this really passive aggressive, hey, you remember me 6 years ago? But I don't remember anything 6 years ago. You never had that?
So you had one date with somebody 6 years ago?
Well, this is the thing. We first matched and we didn't even go on the first date. But then we match again 6 years later, right? I meet him for coffee, a 30-minute coffee date. This guy is a doctor in the ER at the hospital, the local hospital. He's like, well, I got to get back to my shift soon, so I can't, he can only do coffee because he can't drink. Cool, whatever. Go. I sit there and I meet him and he sits down and he goes, you don't remember me, do you? I'm like, no, I've never met you in my life in person. You look familiar, but that's about it. Well, we matched 6 years ago. okay. And he goes, we were chatting, we are going to meet up. And then you totally ghosted me. And I'm like, okay, sorry about that. Wasn't lining up for me at that time.
Yeah, it's like
And I said, so did you bring me here for this purposely to shove this in my face? He goes, I just want you to think about your choices in life and the future going on because it's not okay. It was so passive aggressive. And I'm sitting here thinking like, this is real?
like this guy didn't register on your radar at all. And you've had real estate in his head for 6 years.
But this is the thing.
And it's bothering him.
This guy is an ER doctor. Yeah. He used to be an ex-Marine. He's this masculine as mask. He's a really gorgeous looking guy. Beautiful green eyes. Like great body. He has everything going for him. But the fact that he brought me there for just 30 minutes to literally punish me for something I did 6 years ago when I thought that I was ready to get in the dating scene, but then I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not ready for this. He was holding on for that for so long. And it just so happened I found out he worked at the hospital that I used to work at, and I had no idea. So we could have come across, but we could have come across each other like plenty of times.
He was your stalker. He was stalking you.
He was really upset. And then so he got up and he's like, just think about your life choices going forward. I'm thinking, is this really happening? But thank God I lived like within the plaza of the coffee shop. So I literally had to walk there and like I didn't spend a ton of money to get there and invest a ton of energy.
He was probably like writing like big long notes and stuff.
I don't know, but I look at this man.
Heart out. You're like, oh, okay,
paper,
yeah, yeah.
You have everything going. You're a good-looking guy. You have an MD. You're a doctor. Like it's crazy. He has everything. He's everything going for him, but he could not let that go. It was an ego thing. I think it hurt his pride, and no one does that to him. I guess. Have you ever been catfished?
Yes, but I never saw the person.
What?
This is actually my book.
How do you get catfished without seeing the person?
Because this was ancient times.
Do you know the premise of being catfished?
When they carved,
do you know the
when they carved it? Yes, okay. they used fake pictures and they created a fake persona.
You present yourself as someone.
Yes, I talked to this person on the phone for like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then they told the truth.
Okay.
And they sent a real picture.
Okay, so what did the initial picture look like?
Oh, yeah, like a hot, 19-year-old. This was like 15 years ago.
So it was like an actual photo.
Not that I wouldn't message it.
Was it an actual photo or was it still digital?
I don't know if it was like a painting. It was a painting.
It was a scroll carried by like a pigeon.
Yes, a pigeon brought a painting of her.
It was a smoke signal in the air.
Yes, absolutely.
What was it?
I put my ear down to the ground and listened.
What was the format of this photo that she sent?
No. It was a profile. It was like a
15 years ago.
It was like an early social media.
What
not
platform
even social
are we
media.
talking?
I don't even know. It wasn't. It was
MySpace?
almost no. It was before MySpace and stuff. There was stuff. There was MySpace. It was something like Hot or Not, but it was like Rate My Body or something like that. But there was messaging boards.
Oh, okay.
So you could like see people's,
yeah.
You'd rate theirs and see the hottest ones and message people from all over. Mm. Like, I don't know. I had no idea people would lie about who they were online. Like,
oh, there's what?
What?
How? Why?
How would you do that?
Why?
It's obscene.
Why do you do that? What's the end game?
I don't know.
I try to like put myself in the shoes of a catfisher. What do I get at the end? I get attention during the time that I have this relationship going on. Maybe even money, right? Okay, that's fine.
Fantasy.
But at some point, they're going to be like, okay, enough's enough. I need to meet you.
It's like a role-playing game, I think. Yeah. But that's what it is. When it comes down to the meeting, then it falls apart and they disappear. And that's what the whole premise of that show Catfish is about.
I love that show.
It's like when it breaks down and they're talking to somebody for like 5 years in the phone.
I love their response of when they see them.
And you're like, oh, it's a dude. You're like, oh.
Their response of when they actually meet their catfisher is different every single time.
That's so
And some
wild.
of these people have invested like years into this relationship, like 3 years online. They're chatting every day. They're spending every
Sending money and
free
gifts.
minute paying their bills, their
writing
rent.
letters.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man,
those hustlers.
Yes, really.
Good at marketing and selling. Sure, they sell themselves.
I mean, that's the thing. Though.
Think about
that's
it.
basically what it is.
That's
marketing.
genius.
Figure
it's
out a different product,
genius
and you
what
can
they're
do the
doing.
same thing and not
These
be
catfishers. I mean, pick their brain.
But no, so yeah, she sent a picture and she was humongous.
And then what?
I laughed and I said, "Have a good life."
Yeah.
It was just funny. A moment of preposterousness, of course. I wouldn't.
I wonder her mentality though, at that point of like sending that to you and saying, "We'll see how this goes."
Or maybe he'll like me so much. He's my one true love.
Did you guys have like an online 2-year relationship and fall in love before that happened?
No.
Yeah, so that never happened in a real like catfishing situation.
Yeah. Well, maybe she was hoping that I was catfishing also, and it was like a mutual catfish, and like he'll joke about it when they're married and have big fat kids.
So how'd you guys meet?
Oh, we catfished each other.
Oh man.
Oh
Name's
man.
Gold for 2 years.
Yeah. Jason says, I'm glad you have your kids, John. Hit the dollar stores and get 6 months of non-perishables. Super cheap, and poor people usually shop there, so the shelves are still full. Pablo making a move. Who's your guest? This is my chick. This is the chick. This is an interview with a chick.
Interview with chick. Ask me questions.
Yeah, ask her chick questions. What kind of questions do you want to know from
ask me anything.
From a chick? Like what?
You know,
what do you want to ask that you couldn't ask?
Not all
your
women are
girlfriend
the
or
same,
wife
but I've been a woman my whole life, natural born, and I know some things.
You
ask
still
me
have
questions.
The sexiest ears in MMA. I know that.
You know, yeah, those ears are pretty identifiable.
Are you broadcasting from an underground bunker, Pablo? Yes. This is my bunker I built when the SARS outbreak was going on. And just kidding. No, this is my podcasting, dude. Lizzie says, okay, we know UFC fighters don't make a lot, but telling John to go to dollar stores to buy 6 months worth of poor people and poor people are already have a hard time buying even 2 months worth. Hey, man, I might be poor people. I'm almost poor people.
Wait, what's this? Let me see. I'll take these out now. This one.
Which one?
Ping pong story. Oh, is it the ping pong story I know?
John, tell her the ping pong story you told us a while back.
What are we talking? Are we talking about the ping pong story?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Please tell me again. Mind you, I've heard this like 3 times. Every time I get excited because I still want to.
We don't want to spend that much time on.
Yeah, you're right. But
no, there were catfish involved in ping pongs and a banana and razor blades and needles
and a goldfish.
There was a goldfish.
The goldfish gets me every time because I want to talk to that fish.
Well, it was like a little baby catfish.
I want to talk. No, I know. Those are called Japanese fighting fish, and there's another name for them. They look like
I don't think it was that expensive.
Were they colorful?
I don't think it was that expensive.
They're not expensive fish by any means, but you can get them in the like pet stores. Have you seen these?
They also
they kind of mimic.
They also sold these little sandwiches that were made of those little fish.
If it's a Japanese fighting fish, I'd be so devastated. I used to have a ton of those, and I would make them fight. They actually fight. They're fighting fish. Does anyone know about this?
Livid Fire says, hey John, what's the most annoying MMA meme that gets on your nerves that you see normies posting? I don't know. I don't notice any. I couldn't think of an MMA. I couldn't think of any.
What is that?
Yeah. It's like, he always, yeah, I put a time out.
No, he's funny. But why does he ask
Have you ever tough? I've never seen tough as nails like you versus GSP warrior modern day gladiator respect. Okay, thanks, dude.
Good questions.
Ooh, you're lucky, Tim O'Baron. Says, hey John, you are my second favorite fighter after Brendan Schaub. While I'm quarantined at home in Coral Springs, Florida, do you know any good workouts to do to help me shed my puppy fat? Well, first, you can't outrun a bad diet. If you got puppy fat, it's more than likely from your food intake, your caloric intake, and what you're eating.
Food is everything.
But more importantly, I would lift weights, resistance training. I'm going to put up some quick quarantine workout videos this week with some bands you can do at home. But I got a gym at home, so I do my squats and I do my lifts here. I suggest lifting.
Diet is everything, though.
Diet is
first
everything.
And foremost. Is that true in the male world as well? That's a human thing, I think. Having a healthy diet and
you
can't accomplish anything.
If you don't have a clean, healthy diet, your testosterone levels are going to fucking drop, and then you're going to be more timid and passive. You're not going to take as many risks. You are going to have higher cortisol levels, higher inflammation. You're just going to be more miserable. Stop it. Squat, lift weights, get your test up, dudes.
You know what you need to do.
Jason Burma says MGM casinos now closed starting the 17th. Not surprising. They serve alcohol and were bound to be closed soon.
Everything's shutting down.
Wow.
Don't panic.
Pablo. John Fitch first Dr. Coffee, UFC 300. Who's Dr. Coffee?
Who's Dr. Coffee? I don't know this.
See, you guys with your names. It's been years and I still miss Moot. Whatever I think about him, I get sad. I wish we could go back to the way things used to be. Why did he abandon us? I hope he become a little girl like he wanted.
What?
Who is Moot? What are you talking about? I'm lost on that.
Why are you even showing that?
I don't know. I didn't read it ahead of time. I should have screened it.
Chick, I have a question. This is a question. I have a chick. Let me read
a question for a chick. TJ says, chick, I have a question.
What are you choosing?
What are you choosing signals that women give out? What are choosing signals that women give out that men can pick up on that makes man confident they are real signals?
Okay, that's pretty simple.
Like
and don't
overt
excuse me, I'm the chick and they're asking me. Thank you. It's pretty obvious. Keep it simple. Eye contact. So depending on how long that eye contact goes on, a woman's interested in you, she's going to make eye contact with you. She's going to make sure she's looking at you and you're not catch her looking at you. It's the same. It goes both ways. But that and also a smile. You can't, a smile is universal.
Genuine smile.
And it has to be genuine. And that's the thing.
You have to see the eyes wrinkle and the cheeks upturn.
Mm-hmm. You see the canines, it's a good thing. But there's different types of smiles. So you can't automatically be across like a bar and expect to make a woman smile if you don't know her. But if she gives you that big smile, that's a big go. Like she's obviously interested. But it's about body language. And you really need to just like, Google's huge. We have the internet. Look it up. Body language.
Modern life.
Body language.
John
basics.
has his
Basics. Yeah.
There's a course, body language course. But like hitting, when it goes, she hits you, that's a real big one.
And any human contact.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Extended contact, a rub on the leg.
Yeah.
It's called, I think what they call it. I think it's
but
called kino.
Also, I will say,
you gotta reciprocate that.
If you're close in contact, but if you're on a date or whatever, look at her feet too. Look at what those are doing, because this is the thing. Like if her feet are pointed towards you, she's comfortable with you. If she's pointing towards the
Trying to
door,
get
it
away.
means she wants to
I'm out of this
leave.
place.
I don't know how many times where I'm like talking to a guy and they say the wrong thing. I'm like, okay, that's a red flag for me. I don't feel comfortable around you. Now I need to go. I instantly turn my body like I'm leaving to go to the door and say, hey, I got to go. Nice talking to you, whatever. And if I have to repeat myself, it's fine, but I'm ready to go. So pay attention to that too. The crossed arms, like, you know the basics. If someone's comfortable, if someone's not, if they're laughing, if they're, they let their guard down.
Personal space.
Yeah.
If
Personal
she's,
space.
if you step in closer to get talk to her and in a little bit closer than normal.
Be aware,
space,
and it's okay. It's okay to test that out. Like if I get a look, how is she going to react? But test it out in the right way. Don't be like.
It's kind of like
there's a
getting in a hot tub. You got to dip in a little at a time.
You got to kind of play the field because every person is so different. Every woman is so different. They all have. Yeah, it's different. So you have to. It's case by case.
Yeah. And I would also add that the medium is the message.
The medium is the message.
The medium is the message. So if the girl's like, you're like, hey, do you want to go out and do something on Tuesday? She's like, oh, well, yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I might be open and available. Let me know what's going on.
Oh, you're talking about like communication now.
Yes, because it's not.
It's outside body language.
A lot of time,
of what he was asking.
Women are not. Well, they're not overt communicators. They're not going to tell you straight up, I don't want to go with you.
Sure. And here's a simple thing for men to do. Instead of giving the woman the chance to say, oh, this will be open-ended for me of whether or not I want to hang out with him on Saturday, you say, on Saturday, we're going to meet here, or I'm going to pick you up at this time, and maybe I'm not going to tell you what to do, or maybe I'm going to tell you what to do, and make sure you tell them what to wear for what's appropriate for whatever you're doing, because that's what women think, well, I don't know what to wear. So if they have like the surprise and they have the controls outside of them, their control is, well, I want to make sure that I'm showing up appropriate.
Do you dare say that men should tell women what to do, what to wear, and where to go?
Women need to know a dress code.
Dare you, the internalized misogyny.
You know why? Because not knowing and then showing up in the and then being showing up outside of the right dress code, and then you're like, it's awful feeling. Have you ever been there? You as a man, I'm pretty sure probably wouldn't even notice, to be honest. But women know these things. When they show up to the wrong event, wearing the wrong thing, it makes them completely uncomfortable, because the only thing that they want to do is they want to show up with pride, and they want to make sure that they're coming in the right way, and they want to meet the dress code and make sure that they're not standing out in any way.
Yeah, you hear that, guys? Make sure your girl is coming in the right way.
Make sure you give her the dress code. Now, if you're going on a date and you're going to be hiking in the mountains, make sure you tell her to wear the appropriate shoes, saying we're going to be very active for a couple hours, and then we're going to do. But make sure that you plan something that's fun, relaxing afterwards, where she can probably have a little bit of time to freshen up and get ready, because that's a nice thing, to be able to get ready for a date. Women, this is it's a really important ritual in the dating aspect, getting ready. Some women have different time ranges where it takes them 30 minutes to get ready versus 2 hours to get ready. So that ranges. Every woman is so different. You as a man need to figure out, okay, this is her time frame, and I know that she needs this amount of time to get ready, and she needs to know this much information, and she'll be good to go. And then she'll be on time. But if that expectation isn't laid out ahead of time, then...
Or just tell her where to meet you and go early and order food.
That works too.
Order food anyways. Justin says, honestly, you people laugh at toilet paper hoarders, but you really don't have enough toilet paper yourselves. The average person uses 1 roll per day.
We don't need toilet paper.
If you have a family of 4, that's 28 rolls a week. You're insane.
Nobody needs toilet paper.
Who uses a roll of toilet paper a day? It takes me like a week
Wait,
2 weeks to get
a
through
roll
a
of
roll of toilet
toilet
paper.
paper?
What are you eating?
Okay, so I'm a
I
woman.
eat 6 meals a day.
And when I go pee, I have to wipe. So that makes sense. But even then, I've never used a whole roll of toilet paper in a day.
Man. I feel like you might have some diet issues, Justin. Seriously.
Justin, get that checked.
I've got a blog with
Get
my
a guest.
meal stuff on my Patreon. Khabib or Tony? Khabib. Tony or Khabib? Khabib. Lee, to be honest, using water rather than toilet paper is the way. So this whole panic has just been amusing to me. Yep. Baby wipes. What about baby wipes? People buying baby wipes?
Well, here's the thing about everyone buying baby wipes. The babies don't actually have any baby wipes anymore because these like millennials are going and buying all these fucking baby wipes and not kids. And there's like the shortage of diapers, or not diapers, but baby wipes.
Baby wipes.
For actual babies that need them.
There's also, I heard a lot of these millennials are going to and ruining what do you call it? Disneyland. They go and they drink and get drunk and they hang out in Disneyland and they don't even have any kids.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. They're like in the way of the kids, parents and kids trying to do stuff.
No, Disneyland is open to all ages. I went there 5 years ago. I had a blast. I might have gotten a little too drunk at Disneyland. I've taken some drugs, but it was worth it.
What are some tips on winning the story of a fight? I mean, honestly, I would say if you don't care what anybody thinks or says about you, like that makes you invincible. Because like what there's no story of any fight. You just are doing your own thing. Other people are talking. You're moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's a good question.
Did you skip down? Okay, where did we go?
Wait, what are you doing, Brad?
I'm looking to see what the other ones. Question for the guest. You're skipping. Would you date, this is Shuriel, would you date a man who delivers pizza for a living? Also, I'm a virgin, if that changes anything.
Pizza delivery man? I love pizza.
But
would I date someone? It depends, so this is what it comes down to. Okay. If you're a pizza delivery man and you're just doing your side hustle because you have your side projects and you have something going on, you have a goal, you want to do that, that's cool. Bring me some pizza, don't charge me. It's cool.
Yeah. So basically, if the pizza route is funding the side hustle, which is your dream career and what you're trying to build.
But if you're okay with just being a pizza guy, I would like to be with someone that might want to open their own pizza parlor one day.
Ambition, right? Sexy.
Yeah. So if you have the experience and you're in that industry, I would like to see growth, but to each their own. Everyone has different physical abilities.
Honestly, it doesn't matter where you're at. You could be a high level dude, and you got a girl or a wife you've been with for a while, and you're doing the same thing, and you're not working to grow and get better and morph into a higher version of yourself. Like your significant other will get bored,
right?
She'll get bored. She'll get bored of you.
The second part of the question.
You're just content. This is all this is all the money I need to make to have the things I want. This is my basic life. I'm good. Your girl probably might get bored with that.
Depending on what that looks like, too.
It's true.
Right. So everyone's different. But the second part of the question, if you're a virgin, I mean, that's dependent on every person is super individual in that. What do you think about that?
What?
Virgins.
And
how old are you two? Because there's so much context I don't know about it.
I mean, it's.
If you're young,
it's not that you need to go out and be banging every chick you meet, but you need to develop a skill where you can talk to a woman in a way to where you can elicit that to happen. You need to be able to have the power to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like being a virgin because you don't know how to talk to girls or you're insecure and you can't do these things. It's a different story than if you're choosing to abstain because, you have the girls who are lined up and want to have sex with you, but you haven't found a quality girl that you want to, maybe you're a billionaire.
So it's why are you virgin?
You're the son of a billionaire,
and
you're like, I don't want to get, these girls are trying to get pregnant by me.
Because they want to take my billions of dollars. Take my money,
okay. Right? Like then that's the situation where I'd be like,
different.
Okay, I'm going to be very careful where my penis
every
goes.
case is different. But sexual experience, like being experienced,
yes.
You can tell someone that's experienced and someone's not.
Yep.
You can tell.
But
right?
It doesn't mean it has to be a lot of girls. You can become experienced with one girl.
Mm-hmm. One person.
That's why I don't think sluts are a bad thing. Like they serve a purpose. They have experience.
They're giving people experience.
They got a lot of experience.
Way to go, girl.
You can be friends and the bar girls. They serve a purpose.
And Tijuana.
Just be in control of your seed. Otherwise, you could have some problems. Don't pay for it though. Don't do that. So that's not a real experience. Don't do that. Pablo says for the guest, how should I start talking to a girl that I haven't talked to in about a year? She told me she liked me and I like her, but now we live in different states. I'm planning on moving back though. Just be like, yo, what's up?
He's asking me. I'm the guest. Okay. First step as a man is just to listen. And you're doing that, Pablo. Yeah. So with that, I think you need to kind of pick her brain to see where her future goals are, what she's planning to do. So you can kind of line up whether or not that's going to work for you. If you're not going to be long distance, I've never been in a long distance relationship, so I don't know what that's like.
Start talking.
But she said I started talking to a girl I haven't talked to in about a year, so they already had a history.
Okay. Well, yeah. How does he start talking to her
again?
How does he lead into that? It's like, yo, I'm coming back.
Hey, thinking about you. I've been thinking about you.
Dick pic coming back.
Please don't send her a dick pic.
That doesn't work?
It's as simple as this.
Okay.
Hey, I've been thinking about you. Want to check in? How are you doing? And then you go from there. Because she can say, hey, thanks for checking in, but I'm engaged and I'm going to have a baby in 3 months. You don't know where she is. So you have to kind of check in and make sure that you're not assuming that you know where she
sex
is.
Change. I don't know. You don't know these days.
Okay.
She might go by a different name now.
Okay,
Bill.
Boomer. Just casual, simple.
MMA fans, question for the guest. What do women respect more? Winning the fight, winning the story of the fight, or winning the war of the fight? Oh, I know the answer to this, but you can go ahead.
What is that?
I was waiting. I got a good one.
Well, okay. Like in general in life? In men? Winning the fight, the story leading up to the fight, or winning the war of the fight? What's the difference between the war of the fight and winning the fight? I need clarification.
Sometimes winning the fight is just a fight. The war of the fight could be a series of things that happens because of that one fight. Maybe I won the fight against the UFC, and that's the war because all this stuff changed.
I need more.
Right.
It needs to be simplified.
Okay, my answer to this is that it's none of those. It's the feeling you give her from the fight, from the experience of the fight, how you make her feel about it. That's what is most important in that situation.
I still need clarification on that question because I would like to answer from a woman's point of view because I am a woman.
All right. Pablo says, thoughts on Joe Biden forgetting everything? The guy called one of his supporters lying dog-faced pony soldier.
That's a good name.
He's
elementary,
lost it.
but effective.
But I think that's one of the reasons why we're in quarantine or whatever right now. I think maybe the people in charge, the lizard people.
Let's not get involved with that. Next question.
Next question. We can't talk about the lizard people today. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
HW says, question for the guest. How do you feel about foot fetishes? I love so that's so
Foot fetish.
gross.
Okay, so I'm
Stop.
trying to really understand this whole. Excuse me, I'm the guest. They didn't ask you.
Feet in my face.
Let me answer this. So I've been trying to really figure out what's going on behind this foot fetish thing because my sister has I guess really beautiful feet apparently because one person on Instagram found a picture of her feet and was like, I'm going to pay you money to send me more pictures of your feet. So it's a thing. It's been a thing, but there are so many different type of fetishes around.
Yep.
If you go on Pornhub, just go into categories and scroll down. You'll see all of them. And there's some that are not even listed there.
Somebody there's a comedian that had a joke. It was porn's a hell of a thing. It's like no matter what creepy, weird, twisted thing you have as a fantasy, they have a whole category.
Someone's gonna like it, and you're gonna have hundreds of videos to scroll through. So when it comes to the foot fetish thing, I don't get it. I don't understand it, so I can't really comment on it. But when it comes to smell, just in general, personal hygiene is huge. Just stay fresh, and this is the thing about human beings. You can't necessarily smell your own funk, right? So if you have really good people in your life, they'll be like, hey girl, you're not smelling so fresh. You might want to put on some deodorant. That's great, but until then, just kind of be self-aware of that kind of stuff because you don't know. And
I live with gamers when I first came out here, and man, they would just disappear into the rooms for just 2 days, and it's just the BO smell coming from the back,
right? And it's so distinct
when they open the door to the room. It's like, oh, it's like hot, just BO wave coming at you. It was awful. I was like, man, you guys, I'm afraid they're gonna die back there, diabetic attack or heart disease, because they were
just
drinking big soda,
hygiene.
big gulps, and eating shit food, and it was awful. RC said, my wife and I use a roll maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, that seems kind of normal. Pablo, for the guests, what are some qualities women might prefer over height? I'm 5'9", and I want to know if I should work on
Let's get this straight. Height does not matter. Height does not matter.
Cruise, you think Tom
Period. They don't care. The majority, the majority of my relationships, 80% of the time I've been taller than the person I was with. And that never mattered. It was never a factor. For me, at least, because I was attracted to different things. But this is the thing. Some women have that idea in their head that the man needs to be this certain height and above. But that's just the individual. Again, they'll learn. But you don't need to have the height to have value as a man. There are plenty of short guys that are fucking killing it. They have plenty of women around them, so it has nothing to do with that.
I get my boomer input.
But this is the thing, you can't change your height. You were born this way, right?
Yep. So this is the thing with girls. This is the rule. Girls will make rules for betas and they'll break rules for alphas. Okay. So they'll have a strict set of rules that they have to check before a guy is dateable. That only is something that they action when the guy's a beta. When he's a lesser male, they'll no, because that's they want to disqualify those guys. So they have a bunch of reasons to disqualify them. But when an alpha comes in, and my definition of an alpha is a guy girls want to fuck.
Right?
Nothing about leadership or fatherhood or anything. It's just alpha. Girl is the guy the girl wants to fuck. Okay. He could be a dick, he could be nice, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's the guy that when he walks into the room, when he interacts with people, that's the guy that girls would prefer to be with sexually.
But there has to be factors behind that. What's attracting them?
Well,
it's not just because
there are factors.
The guy's too hot. No, so women don't work that way.
One of them there are appearance. Your pre-checks, because girls will appreciate that guy. You know, he might not be tall enough, but if he's dressed nice, he's well manicured, he smells nice.
Sure.
He's wearing a $5,000 suit, and he just got out of a nice car. Okay, those optics all look good. So now the hate's a little less off. If he has a strong social circle, so he's got an upper class social circle.
So those things do matter, though.
Yes. So it's
those
a conglomerate of
play
things.
in. Yeah.
That girls, and that's the struggle, I think.
But if you have a woman that's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're 5'9", I don't want to be with you. You don't want to be with that woman either, because if that's what they're basing your value off, just because you were born this height, like that's not someone that you want to be with.
That can happen a lot of times because girls want to disqualify you, and that can be referred to as a shit test.
Test? What's a shit test?
A shit test. And if you maneuver the situation correctly, you can turn it into something else, right? Because if you already got her talking to you, like there's enough interest, right? So if she's like, oh, well, you're 5'9", whatever, you need to give her some kind of, they call it a neg. You need to knock her some way. And you do that because it brings her down a peg, because she views herself above you. So if you can be like, oh, well, you have to
nice slight hair. Her, hurt her ego a little bit in order to bring her,
because you have to demonstrate that you're high value, because she's trying to prove that you're not,
like, you don't care about what she thinks.
You're not. Yes.
Is that what it is?
You don't care.
That's the purpose.
You don't care. You're not that interested in her. She's not.
The purpose is to show her, I don't give a fuck about what you think about me, and that's a form.
So there's a purpose behind it, but that's what it's referred to. They call it a neg.
Neg.
It's a slight, but it's not like a. It's not a really bad slight, because it's too over the top. You hurt feelings. It's got to be slight, like, oh, those nails are nice. Are they real? Or your hair looks really nice. Is it real?
Yeah.
Is it all yours? It looks really good.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. It's something that makes them step back a little bit.
No, you read that from a book.
I've read that, and I've talked to people who use it and who've applied it successfully. Okay. So I've talked to masters of this stuff.
I get that.
And it's all tactical.
If you're talking to a very confident,
it's psychological.
If you're talking a very confident alpha female who's been told her whole life that she's beautiful, and you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I don't think that if she's
she
really
pushes that on the guy, and the guy's like usually fold. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. So that's usually that.
So is that when you should push it more?
Or they snap and they go, well, "Fuck you!" And
is it ever well received? Because I feel like they wouldn't be fazed by some beta coming up and saying, "Well, you can use a trim right now." They just laugh in their face, like, "Who are you talking to?"
I mean, there's but
real talk, especially in San Jose.
There's
who are you talking to?
There's an art to it, and there's guys that you would never think would ever.
I wonder if that's like dated information, though, especially because
people still use it now.
Do they?
Yep. And that's the common argument against it. It doesn't work against everybody, and blah blah. But like it's fairly highly successful.
Is it? You've seen the reports and the analytics. I'd like to see the data, please.
Done the research, but the problem with pickup stuff, right? So the pickup stuff works; it's real. The problem with it, though, is it's surface level, it's shallow. So so those guys, it's a tactic that guys use to mimic behaviors that alphas have.
Right.
Okay. So like they call this the cocky funny routine. Okay. Well, like alpha guys usually are kind of that way, anyways. Like they don't have to pretend to be cocky funny. That's just how they are.
That's just how they are.
Yeah. So that's the fault there. So the guys who do the pickup stuff, they're successful at picking up girls, but they can't keep them because there's no real substance there.
Right.
They haven't.
It's just a show.
They haven't embodied the tactics.
Right.
So there's definitely they're cheating. Stuff really works, but they found cheats. That's basically they had a cheat code.
It could be updated, maybe, though, in the day and age that we live in, especially with
because
this epidemic.
It's even super easier now because how progressive women are with sleeping around.
But it's now, in the day of age of the coronavirus, dating is going to change.
Now people have to.
You're going to have to show your temperature readings before you even
you're going to have to carry a
go on a virtual date and FaceTime that
we
person.
Should come up with a little package that has a condom and thermometer and
right.
And like rubber gloves,
show the love,
and a plastic bodysuit you can put on.
Protect yourselves, people.
The whole thing on.
The dating game has changed in this day and age.
Okay, guess. Do you like Latinos named Pablo Escobar who have their own export empire?
I don't discriminate against any ethnicity.
What ethnicity do you think she is?
Oh, that's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
Anyone want to know what my ethnicity is and what my age is? Anyone? And age. Let's play the age.
Oh, sure. We want to do the weight too. Isn't that like a no? Age and
you can guess my weight.
Oh God.
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Nationality, age, weight. Let's go.
Oh, is this for the guess? What the guess answer this? No thoughts on the Nofap movement.
Nofap movement.
It's the no jerking off.
So I'm a firm believer. Masturbation is good for your physical and mental health. There's lots of things that happen with that. But if you don't keep it in control, it can get out of hand and cause more problems, and it's doing good. I think each person is a different case.
Okay, so what about with porn?
Porn is rough because you can find, and everything's at your little screen there, right? Any fantasy that you can have. And that's a dangerous thing to do too, because you become desensitized to it. It becomes boring after a while because you've seen so much of it. You just you want something new, and that's human nature. Yeah. So then you graduate to different things that become a little bit more extreme.
See,
where do you draw the line?
That's a little different for me though, because I stopped watching porn way back in like June or something. Yeah, June. So, but before I watched a lot of it, but I always watched the exact same thing. It was always the same.
Same videos?
The same types. Not the same
or
videos.
Same categories.
But the same categories.
Okay. That's fine.
Different girls. But
so you have your own categories that you're go-to. And so most people do, right? They have their own categories. Mm-hmm. They'll go search for it in the little search bar.
So that's my pushback is like, it's not an escalation. Like, it's not like, oh, now I need a smaller midget. So it's not escalating that way, but the desensitization, like, so that was a video that I talked something about my shake breaks was that 20-year-olds were like suffering erectile dysfunction on a massive rate that's never been seen before.
Because they're seeing, so I feel all the porn, they're becoming desensitized to it. They can't get a reaction when they see this beautiful, gorgeous woman with curves, right? That used to be like you had to go to the liquor store and go behind the curtain. You could buy a VHS or DVD, right? That was a different story. But now it's there.
You don't even have to talk to the girl anymore. You don't even have to like set a mood or like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing?
It's too easy. It's easily accessible and it's instant gratification. And people they get desensitized when they.
You don't have to turn it on either. Like you don't have to like warm it up. You don't have to get it like
right. It's pretty instant.
It's just like, what do you mean you're not ready to go?
Yeah.
Why don't you cram this in your ass? And why don't you swallow this?
What do you mean? Like, this is what I've been watching.
Come on, I can't get off to this. Next.
This is boring.
Next.
You're square.
Sorry. But yeah. And then I think that's a problem now too, is with sex with a lot of the younger kids that it's turned into masturbation because of the ease of hooking up.
What's turned into masturbation?
The act of sex itself. It's not intimate. It's not
around.
Connected, but it's on another level of people having access and hooking up. It's not. You don't even have to go to the bar and like meet people. Like I know of people who just like, hey, you want to hook up? Okay, let's do this tonight. Let's go. Okay, and then people come over.
Yeah, it's the thing.
And that's it. And then they never talk to each other again. It's so easy.
Casual hookups.
It's no different than jerking off.
It's called Tinder.
Molly Brown says, hey, John, I'm a cam girl and nothing turns me on more than watching men play with themselves. Oh. What is your snap?
Why does that turn you on? What turns can you ask?
You on about people's junk?
Molly, tell us what turns you on, Molly.
What is RC? Women do not weak, do nothing, men.
Real men play with. I want to know more from Molly. Can we?
Real men play with themselves.
Can you interact with her in lifetime or
I don't. I disagree. I play with girls or have girls play with me. Like I gave up porn and I rarely clean the pipes these days because I'd rather save my strokes for someone else. It's funner. It's better. I'm more focused and I put more energy into having sex rather than jerking off. I don't. Sissy men don't. Yeah, I guess I'm a sissy then.
Look at Molly Brown as a dude. No, we want to know more, Molly.
TJ says, John, Stipe or DC3, who wins? Oh, man, I'd love to see DC win it, but Stipe really is a great heavyweight. I think, well, should we wrap up soon? I mean, it's been an hour and a half. Okay, I guess, yeah, go to the bathroom, and then I'll take some more questions, or we'll see. Does being 5'11" make you a manlet? No. Don't worry about height, guys. Worry about the other things. Height can be overcome with your game. Talk good game, good strong social circle. You're going places. You're a go-getter. Andrew says my bound is a dude confirmed. Yeah, I would agree that it's probably likely because I don't think any girl actually likes watching a guy play with himself unless he's paying her. Molly says, when I'm a popular cam girl on Chatterbait. Okay, babe. Chatterbait. What is Chatterbait? That's a thing. That's a real thing. Chatterbait. And so you talk to people and masturbate. People are wild, man. Talk to some human beings. Molly Brown says, follow me or DM me. $4 as we go.
Oh, is it a sale?
Yeah, she's a cam girl on Chatterbait. That's a thing. Chatterbait. I'm a
I know Chatterbait. So Chatterbait is a thing where you can go and you mutually masturbate with
in front of people.
No, without. Yeah, so it's cam girls basically.
But and they give money. Okay, I guess.
Yeah,
it's interesting. We should set up a cam girl service.
Money, honey.
You want to come work for us, Molly?
Molly, holler at me, girl. Leah at johnfitch.net.
Lead the flea. LMAO. The guest is drunk as hell.
Not even close. He doesn't know my baseline.
He doesn't know baseline. This is like lemon water. It's like lemon water. Molly Brown says no fat movement is nothing but insecure men, and it's actually a turn off. No, I disagree. I think a lot of guys are wasting their lives doing stupid shit like playing video games and masturbating when you should be out building empires, doing great things.
Working on projects. Be creative.
Yeah, be creative. Talk to girls. Go out in the real world and talk to girls. Have sex.
Comfortable with talking to girls
out there.
And get more comfortable.
Masturbating and doing shit online will never, ever compare to anything
hug someone.
Close to having sex. Go have sex. Find somebody to have sex with. Make a porno and watch it back together. And have more sex. Do it. Do an Inception porno where you make a porno and then you watch it while you make another porno.
What does that mean? Maybe you're drunk.
Because it's a porno inside of a porno.
Maybe he's drunk.
HW Ray or Asuka. I have no idea who they are. My bone. I want a man who is real and insecure when it comes to intimacy.
And insecure when it comes to no, you don't want that.
You don't want
a man that's insecure when it comes.
Trying to make sales to insecure incels. Landon says, "What are thoughts on interracial dating?"
Wait, are we in the 1940s? Jesus Christ. What year are we in?
My kids are mixed.
Interracial dating?
I haven't dated.
Are we still there?
I haven't seriously dated a white chick since college.
I haven't dated. Well,
the flea says, "I'm not sure actually, RC, but they got chemistry. Who's got chemistry?"
They're talking about us.
Oh,
the inferring.
Interracial, okay, I think so too.
Absolutely, don't discriminate. Different cultures come and they introduce you to different foods, and that's the best part of dating.
Justin says, question for the gorgeous woman. Would any girl ever date a 5'3", 117-pound Asian male like myself, or should I just become an incel and die alone? Please.
Again, it has nothing to do with your height and weight.
Not your height and weight.
It has
Where are
nothing to
you
do with
located, dude? If you're in the Bay, we can help. I can help you out. We'll help you out.
Has nothing to do with
I
that.
guess we can even help you out online. I can get you online course stuff. I can get you going. We'll get you pimped out. It's really not. Like, it's your attitude. It's your swagger.
It's your confidence. It's your energy. It's your body language.
BDE, big dick energy.
BDE is so huge.
HW, is Joe Rogan a CIA asset? What do you think of manlets? Do you think manlets are human?
What?
Manlets are just men who didn't learn how to be good at being a man.
What is that?
A manlet.
Manlet?
It's a man
Like a
child.
piglet?
A man child.
Like a piglet?
RC says, I'm not into feet. Me either, man. I'm not.
Hey, to each
Not
their own.
interested.
I don't bash on that. Whatever.
Oh yeah, Molly. I don't think any woman who has a foot. Yeah, I don't know of any chicks that have. I've never heard of a foot. Oh, I'm gonna suck his toes.
I've never had
hard.
girlfriends say, "Oh, girl, let me tell you about this dude that I met. He had the most beautiful feet. I just wanted to stick his toes in my mouth." I don't think it happened.
Oh, this is terrible.
But I can't say.
Elite Fight Club. Oh, my roommate like girls who poop on him.
Did you ask him why? I want to know.
Such a weird. Yeah, that's such a.
Why? There's a reason behind it.
I did. I have to admit, I did. 20 years ago, I visited a website a few
Two girls,
times.
one cup.
No, it was called, and that was they used a mousse. It wasn't like actual food.
That's what they say, soft serve or whatever.
Yeah, I squished it up there.
I think it's different. I think it was real shit.
But
Two girls, one cup. Everyone knows
I
about
watched.
that.
It was a website called College Girls Pooping.
That's an actual website.
It was 20 years ago. College Girls
Let's
Pooping.
look it up.
I don't know if it's still. It's probably been acquired or gone out of business.
Talking about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just girls in these like camper, like you like going in the woods toilet thing. So it was like open, and the camera was set up so like you'd see they would see them poop, and they would
like live stream.
It was a live stream, like it was a video.
Oh, I spelled pooping wrong. That's why.
Oh, where? Landon says, can the lady talk about her ejections she has to take and how that comes into play with coronavirus?
Ejections?
You mean injections?
How do you know about that?
I don't know. Do you know somebody named Landon?
No. Ejections or rejections?
Rejections.
What you saying, Landon? Is this live? My time on 8:52.
No, it's a while ago.
Yeah. You want to go to the recent ones? If he's talking about rejections, how does a lady deal with rejections?
Justin says, Filipino, 27, 130 pounds.
Question.
Water polo, what's up, dude? Well, I don't have to teach until April 13th, so here I am. Schools are closed. Nice to see you are all still making videos, Mr. Fitch. Yeah, dude. Elite Fight Club. Impossible not to fap during quarantine. Get yourself quarantined with a lady. Or put that on your profile. Be like, I tested whatever negative for coronavirus. HW, who has the nicest hog in MMA? I had no idea. I have no idea. Which one?
B cup.
Stop watching foreigns. B cup. Who's B cup?
Double D, bitch.
Yeah. My brown, masturbation, and porn are two different things. Yes, you're correct.
But usually go hand in hand.
Way different. You're correct. I think taking care of yourself in the shower or something every once in a while, clean the pipes, happens. But it's much better to have help. It's much better to have a hand or a mouth or something else. Andrew says, I stopped watching porn way back in June. Stop lying. I did. I haven't watched a single porn since, unless I was in it.
Unless I was in it.
Unless I was in it. I have not watched
to
porn.
that. At least send me the
I have not watched a porn since June unless I was in it.
I know people.
Shriel, tell them about midgets. Tell them about midgets. Why are we doing? Is this how you talk? What is this? Water Polo says, also, I saw your recent AKA workout vlog. If you do end up fighting again, are you looking to be in 185-pound division? You were bigger than DC LOA in a good way. No, I'm not bigger than DC. 213 the other day, but I'm gonna get more ripped. I gotta get jacked. London said, I had sex with a few girls on List Crawler and got the clap.
What's List Crawler?
Had to get on antibiotics. It all cleared up.
Hey, at least you got rid of it.
Yeah, that's good. Be more careful.
The clap you can get rid of.
There's isn't there like super clap or something going on right now?
No, it's
Oh, you found it. Oh my God. There's
it is. College girls pooping.
Oh my God.
Join now. How much does it cost to join?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, euros.
There's a big butthole and a turd.
So for 100 days membership for €39.95 euros, do that. Oh my God. How many people, and you knew about this when?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. And I know they haven't revised their website. Downloads or customer support. Hey,
that's crazy.
Super professional. Oh my God, look at this font. Oh.
They're from Brazil.
Killing it.
Dude? Yeah, that's
members area. How do you become a member? Who wants to become a member? Oh, don't do that.
Don't do a member. Well, I mean, it pay for college. James Roman says, John, how do you feel you would do with the present UFC welterweight division today? I mean, I feel like I could beat these guys. I mean, I feel like I did. I beat Rory. I think I can I can beat Lima. I'm pretty sure I can beat Lima. I can take him down. I can beat him up. I can do it. Like all these guys, I'm not saying they'd be easy fights, they'd be hard fights, but I'm fully capable of winning any of those fights. That's why it's frustrating to me. Like I kind of am not. I don't know. I'm not treated very well in the industry. Nobody wants me around.
It has nothing to do with your skill set. It's about marketing.
It's about running my mouth about
everything.
The political industry of being a dirty. It's a dirty sport.
You're literally blackballed, right? I'm blacklisted. That's what they called.
Water Polo says also, I saw your recent. I already read that. Leah Lee, I call BS. John was pursuing that site last week.
He's one of their number one sponsors.
I swear to God, I had no idea that would still exist.
Wait, I didn't even show you guys the website.
Should I do a share screen? I can share screen. I didn't even
share it with you.
What's the thing?
What's it
called? College Girls.
There we go. Here we go. It's saved. Here we go. So it's called SC. Oh, I'm gonna send this. Look at.
Scat Models. Oh my God.
Scatmodels.net.
Like that's an obscure as hell name in the first place.
Name?
Like who's like?
Oh my God! There's literally a woman.
Yes, that's what I was looking at before.
Cheating.
Yes,
oh my God!
On the
you guys
front
see
screen.
this?
I'm going to share
this right now.
We're gonna get
trouble. This has been around for how long? No! Why are they doing this?
There you go, guys.
Why are they doing this?
There you go. This is.
Do you think it's real shit or is it chocolate?
That I don't know, dude.
Oh wait, so that one I don't know. Oh, why are we looking at different things?
Why is it in her mouth?
Oh no! Why is it in her mouth?
There's people playing with it,
and they're writing words.
Oh, there was people kissing down here. I don't know if I want to.
They're writing.
Okay.
Look, even in the toilet, it makes me want to
stop. Look. Oh. What did we just see? I'm scarred for life.
You said that you watched this.
I watched a couple. Watched a couple
things.
That
you watched it. That's why
I found it, and I was so like, oh my God, this is a thing. I never would have thought it could have continued. Oh my goodness.
So I will say,
Chad
two girls
John,
among them.
Over the course of your career, have you ever considered banging it out with the middle of the cage like a real man. Oh yeah, how about you?
Banging.
When are you gonna?
What
be a
does
real
that
man?
mean?
When are you gonna be a real man, douche?
But what does that mean? Clarify the question.
Oh, he thinks that there's only one way to fight. He thinks that if you get taken down and get beat up, it doesn't really count as getting beat up. But no, getting beat up is getting beat up. I'm sorry.
I love these comments that come in from people that never
have done anything athletic in their entire life. Molly Brown says, being a cam girl, I have been asked to do poo stuff before, but I refuse to do. I have my limits, but each to their own.
What are your other limits, Molly?
That's
Can we ask Molly what her other limits are?
Yeah. What are the limits? What's your limits?
Molly, can you please comment about your other limits? Because I want to
boundaries.
know where you draw the line in the sand.
We should reach out and do email Leah. Maybe we can do a
Molly, reach out to me, Leah at johnfitch.net, so we can set up an interview.
I'd love to interview a cam girl.
I want to know everything about your world.
With another chick.
Yeah.
We could. What are your thoughts on Emasov beating Ed Ruth? Yeah, it's a surprise, but not really, because Ed, he hasn't had 10 fights yet. I don't know why they made that matchup. It was stupid. I wasn't happy to see that matchup. He needs more fights before he starts fighting someone who's like 20-something and 0. That's ridiculous. Water Polo said, bro, my daughter is watching Mia right in front of me, and you two are talking about college girls pooping. LOL.
Why is your daughter watching this show?
Hope you have your earphones in.
Earmuffs.
Water Polo says, I'll see if my wife wants to watch it with me after the kids go to bed. Just kidding. Oh. Level 1 online. Dude, you're going to get banned by YouTube. Oh, am I?
Why? What did we do?
Somebody was pooping. Don't report me.
Oh my God. Stop reporting us. Pooping is a natural human thing.
Shaming,
I don't understand this.
John?
Oh, God!
Oh, stop. Turn it off. That's terrible.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry to yell.
Andrew, nobody better snitch on Fitch about that. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay, I'm done.
Fitch is, but boy, this never happened. We were all agree. Yeah, it never happened. Oh, man. It's not snitching, but I am about to grab you some Taco Bell. Landon says, what are your thoughts on the youth looking up to and idolizing low-life rappers? Society is dunzo or what? I mean, it's not a new thing. I mean, we had gangster rappers shooting and selling drugs and whatever in the 90s. Like,
Fort Wayne. What are you talking about? Gangster rappers. And why is that even relevant right now?
Because he's asked a question.
What is the question?
Low-life rappers today.
Low-life rappers? These rappers
it's not just the rappers
that are in the media.
It's a cultural thing where it's this cultural nihilism. And it's cool to not care and to be
are not low life. They're literally getting millions of dollars every year.
I mean, yeah. So
how does that qualify them as
money? Doesn't
mean
anything, though. I don't think money means anything
for them.
Yeah, but just them.
For anybody,
doesn't make you high life. Doesn't matter to me.
Mean?
I know.
Rappers are not low life. They're making millions of dollars driving in these crazy ass cars, having mansions,
and they lose that stuff. They don't stay rich. They don't stay rich.
What?
They don't. A lot of these guys go out of
show off.
They lose their money. They get broke after a while because they spend too much. Molly Brown, my limits are refusing to do poo or wee stuff, but everything else I will do. I've even worn a diaper before. Some people have strange fetishes.
I've heard of this like baby fetishes too. People,
yeah. Grown people with like babies. Chad says, you want to fight me, tough guy? Oh, yeah. Go. I'm sure it'll be so worth it. And I'm sure it'll be so, it'll make so much money. So many people want to view because you're so popular and people think you're exciting.
Oh, don't play. I think he was talking to me.
Water Polo, Dana White will snitch. Andrew, this podcast got wild. It got way too wild.
More questions. Kroger, I want to know more from Molly, though. She's 250.
Who wins? Landon seems low life equals morals. Yeah, morals, not having any morals. Immoral. You can be rich and immoral.
Got it.
Molly Brown, for me, being a Canberra was for money, but as time gone on, I feel powerful and more confident in who I am and knowing I am pleasing so many men.
Plus, you're making a ton of money, girl. And that also helps.
Elite Fight Club, they OD on painkillers. Who OD on painkillers? Okay. I don't know where that came from. But all right, hey, we're almost at 2 hours.
Whoa, it's been 2 hours?
Yeah, almost. We almost did a Rogan. But yeah.
Can I smoke this?
Well, we're gonna close and then we'll be out. So I think I forgot to play an intro. But
are we singing?
No. Thanks for coming by, guys.
You wanna sing? Sing if you want. Okay. The world's ending, so might as well.
Another day.
Tomorrow, maybe?
Or later. Have a good night, guys, in your quarantine state.
Don't panic. Stay calm.
Yep. Conserve toilet paper.
You don't even need it.
Yeah, take a shower. Wash up, some soap.
Get some good sleep.
And wash your crack. And make sure, you guys, to check out Rockfin. Yeah, because we're going to do a Rockcast.
Oh, boomer.
Rockcast. Yeah, because our Rockfin is podcast.
Boomer.
I think we're on to something.
Well, let it slide tonight.
We're going to do some, thank you for stopping by tonight for our quarantainment.
Hey.
We had some real quarantainment.
That's good.
Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and there'll be much more quarantainment while we're locked up until the police roll through and kill everybody and take our guns.
We're all gonna die. Don't
end
panic.
Up in the communist gulags. I warned you. I've been warning you guys on Twitter for a long time.
No one listened.
Nobody.
So that's what alcohol's for.
And ammo. You guys. I'll check you later.